Through the glass they softly peer. Time runs backward, drawing near. Little palms pressed to the pane. Memories of what remains, whence reflections learn to play in the workshop's mirrored way.
December 16th is when the Mirror children come to visit. They arrive without sound or shadow, pressing their small palms against the glass from the other side. We've learned to cover most of the workshop's mirrors on this day, but they find reflective surfaces anyway. Windows, ornaments, the glossy surface of unwrapped toys. Their faces are almost right, almost human, except for the way their smiles seem to lag slightly behind their movements. They're not really children, Mrs. Claus always says, though I notice she still leaves cookies out for them. They're what childhood looks like from the wrong side of time. The cookies disappear when no one's watching, leaving behind crumbs that spell out messages in languages that haven't been invented yet. The list knows them, of course. It keeps their names written in reverse, visible only when held up to a mirror. Sometimes I catch it adding new ones. Children who exist only in reflections, wishes made by the wrong version of reality, dreams that got trapped on the other side of possibility. This morning, I found one of them in my study. It stood before the list, not reading, but absorbing, its eyes flickering like candlelight seen through ice. When it noticed me, it spoke in a voice that sounded like bells playing in reverse. We remember when you were like us, before you chose to step through. I pretend not to know what they mean, just like I pretend not to notice how the workshop's mirrors have begun to synchronize, showing the same reflection regardless of angle, or how the elves have started carrying silver bells that they ring not to make sound, but to cancel out frequencies that leak through from the other side. The reindeer sense them too. Dasher refuses to fly over houses with too many mirrors. Rudolph's nose flickers when we pass through areas where reality's reflection has grown thin. Even the list seems uneasy, its pages rustling like it's trying to shake off unwanted observers. Mrs. Claus says they're getting bolder each year. This morning she found them rearranging ornaments into patterns that look like star charts for constellations that don't exist yet. 3 elves made the mistake of watching them too long. Now their reflections work independently, carrying out tasks in mirror workshops while their physical forms stand frozen. The worst part. Sometimes they bring gifts, mirror-wrapped packages that contain things that shouldn't exist, toys made from reflected light, books written in mirror time, dolls whose eyes show what you'll look like in the last moment before you die. We burn these offerings in special silver furnaces, but their ashes always arrange themselves into the same message. Remember where you came from. I should close now. The Mirror children have begun their annual carol service, singing songs that sound like memories playing backward. The list has started showing reflections of names that were never written, and I need to ensure none of them manage to cross over into our manifest of deliveries. Besides, Mrs. Claus says she's seen them practicing how to cast shadows. And we all remember what happened last time they learned a new trick. Just remember, when you catch movement in a mirror that doesn't quite match your own, don't look too closely. Some reflections are doors, and the children on the other side are always looking for playmates who remember how to walk through glass.
Remember Christmas